dog that was thrown into a dumpster. It's on camera from the business, and she was left there with her eyes bulging out in the heat, 9 hours, and she finally passed shortly before animal control was able to get there. We're asking for a complete investigation. We would like to have a necropsy done on the body to determine the cause of death. Preliminary opinions were that the dog was hit by a car, but I would like to confirm that with a forensic necropsy. There's a lot of animal cruelty that happens in Curry County. I'm not from here. I've lived here in Curry County for 3 years, and I've never lived any place like this before. I've never seen the amount of abandoned dogs, dumped dogs, cats in trash barrels, horrible stuff. And it's a well-known fact that animal abuse can lead to human violence. And I know that we have high rates of child abuse here in this county. There's a lot of crime that happens, and a lot of times people that start perpetrating those crimes will have started on animals. There's a link. It's called the Link, and there's actually a whole Link coalition that's an international group. They do studies and they do research, and it's been proven all over the world that animal abuse leads to human violence. And I think that we need our leaders here in Kern County to take a more serious look at this and start holding these people accountable so that they don't proceed on to further worse crimes. Not to say that animal crimes are not, abhorrent. We don't need to be doing this. And I think there's a lot of factors for that in Kern County. I think we need a lot more education and people to take more responsibility and step up and do good.
That's one of the questions I had for you. I had two questions. First one is, what could the government do to help this situation with the dogs?
Well, we actually have laws on the books. We just need them to be enforced. Prosecutors need to take on animal abuse crimes. They need to be investigated in a proper fashion. Law enforcement and animal control needs to work together instead of just tossing it back and forth to each other and not taking accountability for who's taking care of this problem. I think that the city officials just need to take it much more seriously and enforce the laws that we already have in California.
What about the people? What can the people do to help the situation in Bakersfield? If not everywhere, but at least here.
Well, I think a huge part of it is to stop breeding. Backyard breeders are a huge part of the problem. Dogs get dumped. We get litters of puppies at the city shelter every day. Spay and neuter your pets. Make them part of your family. They're not just, things to sit out in your backyard and make money off of. And a lot of times you're not making money off them anyway, because we end up with litters of purebred puppies dumped that they can't sell. Just spay and neuter, take responsibility, have some heart for the animals that are part of your family. And if you see something, say something. If you see somebody doing something they shouldn't be doing, if you see somebody dumping a dog, we have laws against dumping dogs. Yet people do it all the time. People see it happening. People record the license plate, and nothing gets done. So, if you see something, say something.
Should the government pay for the spay and neuter of animals?
Well, we've got a lot of programs that are helping with that. We've got a lot of nonprofit programs. We got Together Spay It Forward that raises money to do spay neuter for free for people. We've got the SNP bus that does it for very low cost, $20 to $40. I try and do as many as I can for the shelters. There's resources out there. Simi Valley Spay Neuter just opened a brand new clinic here in Bakersfield. They also do low-cost spay neuter. So should the government help? Yes, I know the government has lots of problems to deal with, and there's not enough money to deal with everything. But I think that there are programs out there. People need to take advantage of those programs. If they need further help, reach out. We have things that can help.
How can they find those programs?
Online, if you look at both of the shelter websites.
Between 1:40 to 2 o'clock in the morning.
We've got a lot of options for people to try and do what's right. They just need to take advantage of it. I think part of it is education. We need to get more into the communities. And there's another group called Kern Safe, which is Saving Animals from Euthanasia. It's a coalition of rescues and stuff around Kern County, and they are doing a lot of canvassing in neighborhoods, trying to get the word out there about low-cost spay neuter. They sponsor the SNF bus, and we also do like no-cost vaccine clinics. We do low-cost microchip clinics. So just to help people get what they need for their pets, and so that they're not just running loose on the streets and getting hit by cars and whatever else. So there's resources. We just got to get them out there. We just got to educate people.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
You too. Thank you.
I definitely appreciate what you guys are doing. I've actually worked through my channel, worked with advocate groups from Florida and other states for animal abuse.
Awesome. Florida's bad too.
This is bad. I mean, this poor dog suffered 8 hours
Yeah.
in the dumpster. And let me tell you, I want her to investigate because I don't trust the county. I don't trust animal control that they're investigating like
No, they're
other
just trying to
cases.
cover it up until it goes away.
So people will stop. Well, I told her go. I mean, it's like this tall garbage can. It has a gate around it, wiring,
Yeah.
and how can you
How'd he
pick
get
up
her
that-
in there?
How did he pick up that dog?
closed
Open
the
the
lid.
lid and threw her in there. You know what? That person had a key. The stepping was off. And he knew there were cameras on the screen. He tries to see people's faces and get in different directions. Said every time he hit the face was clear. So he goes, he must have been like nylon on his face. So, I mean, and somebody knows. Somebody knows what happened.
What do the cops say? Do they say that it was like the kind of incident where it was like the dog was in the street, so it's nobody's
This
fault,
is-
right? That's what the cops usually say.
This is what they're saying, okay? That she was hit by a car at a high speed, and that's why her eyes were closed. First of all, if you see the video, there's no blood on her body. None. At least one drop. You could say, okay, maybe. Okay? And then, oh, well, it was trauma to the head. In order for your eyes to pop, I would have to hit you so hard on your head that your brain will pop. Okay? So, we want to stop. I don't know if it was wrong or not, that by law, they have to keep the body until the investigation is over. So,
But we don't know if the investigation is over. We don't know if they've actually kept the body. We know nothing.
Who's investigating? BPD?
Supposed to
it's,
be Kern County Animal Control.
it's the sheriffs and animal control and county. Well, the prior ones that happened of other animals, it was the same thing. Oh, we're investigating, blah. It's like haze and copy, And then people just get tired and move on and think this guy, oh, we're going to let it go. Not this time. This poor baby deserves to be investigated and find out because they're saying there's a witness, but this witness does not want to go to the animal county, does not want to go to the animal control because he feels that they're not going to follow up and he doesn't trust them. So I called the sheriff and guess what? The sheriff goes, oh, that goes to animal control. I said, do you understand we have a witness? Somebody's giving a report so they can read something legal that they will take it over. But it's not that. So I'm just going a different route. I can't go and I'm going to forward everything to her so that way they can push because we need somebody to push this. I mean, they're giving everybody the runaround thinking this is going to stop. And I made a promise to listen to her when it is. I'm taking it to the end of this. I want justice for her.
Investigators totally to the shelter to investigate and terminate. That doesn't happen.
It's over. So,
They don't get involved.
they said, oh, we went ahead and we released the video to the public. Come on. She went over there. There's cameras on all the shops. There's cameras all around. Why are they not subpoenaing all the people that have cameras? All of them, including the sites. There's cameras at all. They need to subpoena all those people that get convictions. Not only that, I mean, where supposedly this person came from, So, you know, there's too many things here that are not adding up.
And no one has come forward to say that that was their dog, right, or anything like that. But how did you guys, or how did the people find out the name of the dog?
Okay, we called her Rusty because she was down at the garbage today on Rusty's Pizza. The Rose part, they say, because I don't know, they say that the county gave her that name.
Oh, really?
Yes. But I don't know, you know, we won't know until everything is investigated. Does she have an owner? Did she have a chip?
None of that's come out yet.
Nothing. They don't want to disclose anything. We requested a case number, and by law, for people, they can't give you because you put them in jeopardy. But for animal control, they're supposed to disclose the case number. They're not disclosing if they're doing it. If there's
What's up, Barbara?
a
Modern Maturity.
case number, if the investigation, all he says is investigation is ongoing. So what is it? I mean, they have to come out and say to get together and figure out how to fix this problem. Because animals are dying everywhere. Babies are dying of heart.
Amateur Radio, Oklahoma. What's up, folks?
So this needs to change. There's a law,
Kilted.
you know,
John
but they're not
Denicola.
enforcing it. That's the problem.
Midwest
Nobody's
Accountability.
Because if they start taking
My brother.
it and enforce it,
My
I
brother.
guarantee you people will do it twice
Getting kind of bored here.
in Parkland.
Let's go find some cops, eh?
Thank you so much. And I think
Let's go find some cops, eh?
investigate this. Give the people some answers.
Yes, exactly.
That's what people are asking for, is answers.
Yeah, that's what the people are doing right now. They want answers. That's why we're here protesting, because we want answers of what happened to us. I don't want to write that 8 hours of torture and agonizing pain to just be in bed. You know, I want to.
Mike, you'll find this on,
What kind of dog was she? Pit bull?
you don't remember seeing it all over the news?
How long ago? Did it happen?
May 5th.
Oh, so
About a month ago.
wow.
Look how long it's been. And
Yeah.
all they're still investigating.
Yeah, you're on YouTube?
Yes, but I was told by me, Joaquin.
That's, yeah. My name's David.
David. I'll put David and then I'll put, and it's San Joaquin.
Yeah, everybody knows that. Can I give you my email? Is that fine? Go that way.
My email.
I don't want
Let's come this way for a little bit, folks. What's up, everybody who's in here? I want to go find some cops already, man. Been driving around for like 2 or 3 hours. No fucking luck. That's good old Bakersfield for you. Right here on Stockdale in California. It's already getting hot as fuck. Hot as fuck. I know. Every time we're out running errands or some shit. Cops everywhere. go ahead and cut this one out, folks. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. San Joaquin Valley Transparency, Nate Skates 182. Definitely going live again if we see some cops because I have no memory on my phone. So stay tuned, folks. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.